that the launching places were ready. You just had to wake up and in a few minutes join them.
Everything
so
was
why
set,
was it
yeah.
not detected? How come that a week ago, when there was a show of strength and a kind of maneuver by the Islamic Jihad, the intelligence services didn't see that it was a smoke screen for preparing this attack? How come that we have so many drones, satellite images, spies on the ground, informants on the ground? We didn't find there is here a problem with the intelligence for sure, but also I'm afraid in the first moments now of what is happening, a problem of readiness on the ground of the troops, of the crowds, with people begging for help in villages of Israel, when the army and police taking some time to provide that help.
A whole lot of time, if I may, and we're seeing all throughout our conversation here, the visuals, the images coming out from the ground, terrorists, again, walking around Israeli streets, Israeli territory, Israeli towns, fully armed. And Hamda Salhout, here with us in studio, Mr. Yerushalmi was talking about the misconception on the Israeli side, and yet, as he mentioned, there were signs on Hamas's side that something is going on. Let it be those rocket fired towards mostly sea area recently, those launches, or this parade to show the arms capabilities of Hamas short time ago. So, and as you have mentioned, Hamas had been building up, preparing for this moment for quite some time now.
Hamas has been preparing. And remember, this has been the deadliest year for both Israelis and Palestinians. More than 200 Palestinians killed by the Israeli military, combatants and non-combatants. More than 30 Israeli civilians killed by armed Palestinians. The level that this situation is going to get to is going to be something that is never seen before, something we've never seen before. Mohammed Deif, the military commander, calling this a revolution, calling on Palestinians from the north to Jerusalem to the West Bank to get involved in this.
And Arab Israeli citizens as well.
Correct. Yeah. Arab citizens from the north. This is going to be something that the Israeli military is really going to have to strategize how they are going to respond to this. It is also worth noting that Palestinians inside the Gaza Strip, a lot of them are civilians, a lot of them are people who are not involved in this conflict, and they are going to be the ones who are hit the hardest, just like these civilians in the south who were killed this morning by the ambush. The infiltration of the border is something that is really going to have to be looked at, something that's going to have to be examined, how they were able to get there. The Palestinians were also able to take Israeli military vehicles and are now driving them in the streets of Gaza. Reports of several hostages among the Israeli forces as well.
We're nearing the end of our broadcast, and I really do want to conclude it by your statements, Jonathan Conricus, former spokesperson for the IDF. A lot of unclarity. What should we focus on this hour?
I think we should focus, I think Israel should be focusing on closing down the Gaza Strip, indicating to Gaza and all of the other terrorists watching, and the entire world is watching. Right. All of the other terrorists in the Iranian proxy network are watching, and the severity of our response, not just the early stage of the response, but what will come after, and what will come after that comes after, will be watched. And this, I think, as difficult as the time is, and we're going to see horrible images of Israeli casualties, as difficult as this is, we should see this as an opportunity to significantly change the status of the Middle East, to significantly change what Hamas and other Iranian proxy organizations have been able to do and accumulate along our borders. And if this isn't a wake-up call for Israel, then I don't know what is.
Yes, if Israel will not change the situation in the Middle East will change the situation for it. No doubt that we are